Shanti. Good morning,
Om Shanti.
Shanti. So today's Murli for January 13th. The essence is sweet children. Let there be a lot of love for the Father who purifies you from being impure. Let there be lot of love for the Father who purifies you from being impure. Wake up early in the morning and say Shiv Baba, good morning. So our first thought as soon as we wake up is good morning, Shiv Baba, right? So Baba's reminding us of that thought. Question: what virtues do you need to imbibe in order to have accurate remembrance? What virtues do you need to imbibe in order to have accurate remembrance? What are the signs that your remembrance is accurate? How will I know that my remembrance is accurate? Answer: for accurate remembrance, you need first patience, second maturity, third understanding. Remembrance begets remembrance for those who have remembrance. On the basis of these virtues, you become able to receive a current from the Father. By receiving this current, your lifespans increase and you become healthy. Your hearts become cool and you continue to become Satopradhan. So Baba is explaining that if we remember Baba, I will get something in return. It's like the connection. Once the connection is created, then there is a flow happening. So Baba says that what we need for this accurate remembrance is patience, maturity, and understanding. So why patience? Because sometimes we need to, um, we might not see transformation happening in our life so soon. So I need patience, consistency, patience, maturity. I need to have spiritual maturity in terms of understanding my journey, not looking at others, not getting influenced by others, understanding. I need good understanding of this knowledge. Because when I sit to remember Baba, my initial thoughts are thoughts based on my understanding of this knowledge. If I have not understood, if I don't understand myself, if I have not understood who God is, how can there be remembrance? So these are the three virtues that are needed for accurate remembrance. Om Shanti. The Father says, sweet children, the same applies to you. That is, you souls are also embodiments of peace. The original religion of all of you souls is peace. You come here from the land of peace and then come into talkie. This world is the talkie world, where there's sound, movie, action, everything. You receive those physical organs in order to play your parts. Souls don't become larger or smaller. It is the bodies that become larger or smaller. The Father says, I am not a bodily being. I have to come to meet you children personally, face to face. For instance, children created by a father would not say that they have come from the supreme abode, taken birth, and have come to meet their mother and father. Even though a new soul enters someone else's body and an older soul enters someone's body, it would not be said that that soul has come to meet his mother and father. The soul automatically receives a mother and father. The moment the soul enters the womb of the mother, the soul automatically receives the mother, automatically receives the father. So here, this is something new. Here we connect to meet our mother, father, God, Shiv Baba. So Baba says, I have come from the supreme abode and am now personally in front of you, children. I'm giving you, children, this knowledge once again because I am knowledgeful, the ocean of knowledge. I come to teach you, children, Raj Yoga. It is God alone who teaches Raj Yoga. This godly part is not that of the Krishna soul. When Baba says, or when we talk about God, it's not about the Krishna soul being God, but this is supreme incorporeal God. Each one's part is his own. God's part is his own. So even God's part is not what Krishna's part is, what we have heard in the scriptures. God's part is completely different. The Father explains, sweet children, consider yourselves to be souls. It feels so sweet to consider oneself to be this practice that I am a soul seeing through these eyes. I am a soul looking at a brother soul. I am a soul, point of light, separate from this body. It's such a sweet practice. The more I practice this, the more liberated I experience, the more happiness I experience. So Baba says, what were we and what have we now become? Only now do you explain to others how wonderfully this drama has been created. If you just remember that this is the confluence age, it becomes firm that you are going to go to golden age. You are now at the confluence age and you are going to go to your home. Therefore, you definitely have to become pure. Internally, you should have a lot of happiness. Oh, the unlimited Father says, sweetest children, remember me and you will become Sato Pradhan. You will become the masters of the world. The Father gives so much love to you, children. It is not that He simply teaches you in the form of the teacher and then goes back home. He is the Father and also the Satguru. It's not that Baba just teaches and goes back, take care of yourself. But as a father, he also sustains us. He also loves us. He shows us how to love, how to care. So he demonstrates the love, the nurturing, the sustenance as the father. And then as the guru, he guides us also. So he's educating you and also teaching you the pilgrimage of remembrance. You should have a lot of love for the Father who purifies you and makes you into masters of the world. As soon as you wake up early in the morning, you should first of all say good morning to Shiv Baba. When you say good morning, that is when you remember him, you will remain very happy. You children have to ask your hearts, how much do I remember the unlimited Father after waking up in the morning? How much do I remember the unlimited Father after waking up in the morning? Or after how long of waking up in the morning do I remember the unlimited Father? People perform devotion in the morning. They perform worship with so much love. However, Baba knows that some children don't remember the Father from deep within their hearts with that much love. If you wake up early in the morning and say good morning to Baba and churn this knowledge, the mercury of your happiness can rise. If you don't say good morning to the Father, how would the burden of sin be removed? So if I don't say good morning to Baba, that means I'm not remembering Baba. That means I'm starting my day with thinking about probably others or things of yesterday or something wasteful. So Baba says, if you start your day with waste thoughts, what will the day be like? If you start your day by remembering Baba, saying good morning to Baba, churning this knowledge, spending some time with Baba, that's when you know that Baba says your sins will be removed. The main thing is remembrance. Through this, you earn a very important income for your future. This income will be useful to you for cycle after cycle. You have to have remembrance with a lot of patience, maturity, and understanding. In general terms, although you say that you remember Baba a great deal, it requires effort to have accurate remembrance. Generally, everybody says, yeah, I remember Baba all day. I remember Baba. Hmm. Baba is with me all the time. But Baba says to have accurate remembrance, very few have that accurate remembrance. It needs effort. Those who remember the Father more receive more current because remembrance begets remembrance. And I remember Baba, Baba also remembers me. Connection. There are the two things, yoga and this knowledge. The subject of yoga is separate. Knowledge is separate from yoga. It is a very important subject. It is with yoga that souls become sato pradhan. Without having remembrance, it is impossible to become sato pradhan. So the power of yoga is making the soul, that means once the connection is formed, it's making the soul sato pradhan, that is pure. So Baba says that it is impossible to become sato pradhan without remembrance. That means just like the phone, it is impossible to charge the phone without connecting it to the power source, right? Can you charge the phone just by having the knowledge that, oh, this is how the phone is charged, this is how you connect, this is what you do? You have all the knowledge, but can the phone be charged without the connection? Even the wireless connection nowadays, but still there has to be some connection. So just having knowledge is not sufficient to become pure, to remove the sins. Baba says there has to be yoga, remembrance, connection with the Father. If you remember the Father very well with a lot of love, you automatically receive a current and become healthy. Your lifespans also increase through that current. What happens is we receive current from Baba as soon as we are connected, but also our lifespans increase. That means I realize more and more that I am a soul, eternal soul. I do not die. I am eternal. When we think of that I am going to leave this body, when I think like this limited, then my lifespan is limited. But when I consider myself as a soul, eternal soul on this journey, then there's continuity. There's continuity that happens. So when children remember Baba, he gives them a searchlight. The Father gives you children such a great treasure. Sweet children, you have to remember this firmly. Shiv Baba is teaching us. Shiv Baba is the purifier and also the bestower of salvation. Salvation means he gives you the sovereignty of heaven. Salvation means liberation and liberation in life. So he takes us back home and then gives us the sovereignty of heaven. Baba is so sweet. He sits and teaches you children with so much love. The Father is teaching us through Dada. Baba is so sweet and he gives us so much love. Today is to experience Baba with so much sweetness and love. Baba is so sweet. Baba loves us so much. He doesn't give us any difficulty. He simply says, remember me and remember the cycle. Your hearts should become cool in having remembrance of the Father. You should be harassed by the remembrance of only the one Father because you receive such a huge inheritance from Him. Like it should be as if Baba's remembrance is it's just there. I'm not able to even forget Baba. That's how the remembrance should be. Each of you should check yourself. How much love do I have for the Father? Check this, this down. How much love do I have for the Father? Because everything is based on love. If I have love, there will be remembrance. To what extent do I have the divine virtues in me? You children are now changing from thorns into flowers. To the extent that you stay in yoga, you will accordingly continue to change from thorns into flowers and become Sato Pradhan. Once you have become flowers, you will not be able to stay here. That garden of flowers is heaven. Those who change many thorns into flowers are said to be true fragrant flowers. They never prick anyone. Those who change themselves into flowers, and then those who inspire others to become fragrant flowers like themselves. They cannot prick anyone. They just share their fragrance. So in the same way, I, the soul, when I receive from Baba, when I receive the virtues, my life has transformed to become the life of virtues, then automatically my life inspires others. And if I prick them, that means if I use strong words or if I use any of the vices or if they see me angry or, showing any of the vices, will they be inspired anymore? No. So when we think about doing seva or inspiring others, it has to be through virtues, through my fragrance of virtues. Anger is a big thorn. It too causes sorrow for many. You children have now stepped away from the world of thorns. You are now at the confluence age. Just as a gardener puts flowers in separate pots, in the same way, you flowers of confluence age have been placed in separate pots. They cannot put a rose and a jasmine together in the same pot. No? So they are put in separate pots, right? So in the same way, we souls are also in confluence age. We are in separate pots. And also each one of us soul is in the separate body. You flowers will then go to heaven, and the eye-needed thorns will be burnt. You sweet children know that you are receiving an imperishable inheritance from the Parlokic Father. Those who are true children, who have full love for Bap Dada, will have a lot of happiness. We are becoming the masters of the world. Yes, it is by making effort that you become a master of the world, not just by saying it, not just by repeating it like a mantra, that I'm becoming master of the world, I'm becoming master of the world, or I'm master almighty authority, I'm master almighty. So it can't be superficial, just repeating. I have to start experiencing. I have to stabilize myself in that stage of being a master. So those who are special beloved children will constantly remember that they are once again establishing those same sun and moon dynasty kingdoms for themselves. So it is by making effort now that we establish the Sun dynasty, which is Golden Age, and Moon dynasty, which is Silver Aged Kingdom. And for whom? It is for ourselves, no? It's not for anybody else. The Father says, sweet children, the more you benefit many others, the more return you will receive. If you show the path to many others, you will receive blessings from many. You have to fill your aprons with the jewels of this knowledge and then donate them. The ocean of knowledge is giving you platefuls of jewels. Those who donate these jewels are loved by everyone. Children should have so much happiness in themselves. Sensible children would say, we will claim the full inheritance from Baba. They cling to the Father completely. Sensible children will not let go of Baba. They will just cling to the Father. They have a lot of love for the Father because they know that they have found the Father who gives them life. Think about this, that how was our life before Baba entered my life? How was my life? Were we actually living? Okay, we were living in terms of the soul is in the body. So I was breathing, moving around. But what was the quality of my life? Was there happiness? Was there lightness? Was there a lot of stress? So after Baba comes into our lives, we actually truly start living, because now I'm living from a place of truth. I'm living from a place of being honest, being pure. So I'm actually living now. So Baba says, he gives you such a blessing of this knowledge that you completely change from what you were. You become solvent from insolvent. He fills your treasure store to this extent. To the extent that you remember the Father, accordingly, there will be that much love and there will be a pull. To the extent that I remember the Father, accordingly, there will be pull to remember more. So Baba says, when a needle is clean, it is pulled by a magnet. When a needle is clean, it is pulled by a magnet. But if the needle has um, rust, then the magnet will not be able to pull. So in the same way, the needle is the soul and magnet is Shiv Baba, supreme magnet. So if I, the soul, am covered with lot of vices, I will not feel the pull towards the magnet. If I am in body consciousness, I will not be able to feel the pull. But if I am soul conscious, then I will automatically feel the pull. The magnet will pull. So this is what Baba is saying, that remembrance will get remembrance. When I become soul conscious, automatically when I am a soul, not this body, the only remembrance is of Shiv Baba, the supreme soul. Because as soul, everyone is a soul. So the rust will continue to be removed by your having remembrance of the Father. Remember no one except the one Father. Just as a wife has so much love for her husband, so you too are now engaged. Is the happiness of being engaged any less? Engaged to Shiv Baba. Sometimes Baba says, feel that you're married to Shiv Baba. So Shiv Baba says, sweet children, you are engaged to me, not to Brahma. Yeah, we are engaged with to Shiv Baba, not Brahma Baba. Once your engagement has become firm, you should be harassed by the remembrance of that one. The father explains, sweet children, do not become careless and make mistakes. You know, once you fall in love, or once you get engaged to someone, you automatically start remembering that person because now there's so much love that I'm not making any effort to remember. That remembrance becomes so natural. And that's why Baba says that make me your beloved. Think that you're engaged to me. And then you start remembering me in that happiness. Don't be careless. Become spinners of the discus of self realization and lighthouses. I am a walking, moving lighthouse. I'm a living lighthouse. When you practice very well being a spinner of the discus of self realization, it is as though you become an ocean of this knowledge. Just as students study and become teachers, so this is also your business. Make everyone into a spinner of discus of self realization, for only then will you become a king and queen and rule the globe. So, making seva, making others equal to myself. This is why Baba constantly asks you, children, are you sitting here as spinners of discus of self realization? Are you sitting here remembering who am I? What part did I play? What part am I playing now? And what am I going to be? Past, present, future. The Father is also the spinner of discus of self realization. The Father has come to take you children back home. Baba doesn't need to spin the discus of self realization to become pure or to go to golden age to become master of the new world. Baba doesn't need to. But when Baba says that the Father is also the spinner of discus of self realization, what he means is Baba is very much aware of the past, present, and future. Very much aware of the present, the past, and the future. So he knows the knowledge of the drama. So without you children, even I feel restless. When the time comes, I become restless. I should now go. Children are calling out a lot and are very unhappy. Baba has mercy. You children now have to return home. Then, from there, you will go to the land of happiness by yourselves. I will not be your companion there. You souls will go back according to your own stage. So, Baba has come to take us back home. And then, depending on how much effort we have made, we will go to the new world based on our own stage. You children should have the intoxication that you are studying in this spiritual university. We are godly students. We are studying in order to change from human beings into deities. That is to become the masters of the world. Through this, we pass through all ministries. We receive all degrees of health, of education. We study this knowledge to reform our characters. In the government, there's health ministry, there's education ministry, and there's tourism ministry. There's all these different ministries. So Baba says that in here with Baba, we pass through all these ministries. First is the health ministry. That means that when I remember Baba, my health automatically we become healthy. The soul becomes healthy. Second, the uh, education, right? So we are studying this knowledge. Then food ministry. We eat healthy, right? What diet am I taking? The food ministry. Then travel, tourism ministry. Now Baba teaches us pilgrimage also, pilgrimage of remembrance. So he tells us exactly where to go. So take your intellect to the home or take it to golden age. Travel. And then as angels, he says, travel the world. You're flying as an angel, just travel. Do we need any visa as an angel to travel? No, right? But when we need to go and visit a country, we need visa. But as an angel, Baba says, just travel. So many ministries, na? So many different departments we learn, we understand. So health ministry, food ministry, land ministry, building ministry are all included in this. The Father sits here and explains to you, sweetest children. When you are giving a lecture or explaining to people in a gathering, repeatedly say, consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Only by having this remembrance will your sins be absolved and will you become pure. You have to remember this again and again. However, you can only tell others this when you yourself are in remembrance. Some children are very weak in this aspect. When you children experience internal happiness and stay in remembrance, what you then explain to others will be effective because then it comes from experience. You should not speak too much. If you explain even a little in a state of soul consciousness, the arrow will strike the target. The Father says, children, the past is the past. Now, first of all, reform yourself. If you do not have remembrance yourselves, but you continue to tell others to have it, this cheating cannot continue. This is like cheating, na? I'm not remembering, but you tell others to remember. Your conscience would definitely bite you within. If you don't have full love for the Father, you don't follow Srimad. No one else can give the teachings that the unlimited Father gives. The Father says, sweet children, now forget this old world. At the end, you have to forget all of these things. Your intellects are then connected to your land of peace and land of happiness. You have to go to the Father by remembering the Father. Impure souls cannot go back because that is the home of pure souls. So Paramdham is the home of pure souls. Impure souls cannot go there. Souls have to be purified before going there. And that's why Baba says, they call me purifier because when God comes, he purifies everyone. These bodies are made of 5 elements. So the 5 elements pull you to stay here because it is as though souls have taken that property. And this is why there is attachment to bodies. The soul. No, it's like when you buy a house, it's like when you buy a property, it's like you own it, right? So, in the same way, when the soul is in this building of the body, in this property, the soul starts to feel that I own this body, that I am this body. Think about it. If someone asks you, who are you? And you give your home address. I am this home. I am this, right? Instead of introducing yourself, you start talking about that I am the home. I have so many bedrooms. I live in so many. I have this. It's this much square feet. I have a garden. I have this. I have that. Okay, but you have all of this. But who are you? So, in the same way, we forget that I am a soul and we start talking about the body. My name is this. I like doing this. I like traveling. I have so many, right? I live here. I have so many degrees. We talk everything of the body because we forget that I am a soul. So Baba says, it is as though this body will start pulling the soul then. So you now have to remove that attachment and return home. Remove the attachment of this body. We have to go out of this pull of the elements of the body. Consider myself to be a soul. These five elements do not exist there. In the golden age, bodies are created with the power of yoga, and matter is satopradhan. And this is why there is no pull or any sorrow there. These are very refined things to understand. Here, the power of the five elements pulls the souls, and this is why souls do not have the heart to leave their bodies. The five elements keeps pulling the soul, and then the soul doesn't have the courage or the heart to leave this body. Sometimes the five elements pull to such an extent that people don't even want to learn or study about the soul. Someone said the other day that I don't, yeah, I will do the course, I will learn meditation, but you know what? I cannot leave eating this or I cannot leave this. See, I'm feeding the body and I'm so attached to the food that I eat, the life that I'm living through this body, that I'm not able to understand the power of this knowledge, the power of being a soul, of understanding that I am a soul. So Baba says, so the five elements pull the souls, and this is why souls do not have the heart to leave their bodies. Otherwise, there should be even greater happiness. Having become pure, you will leave your bodies just as a hair is pulled out of butter. It will be so smooth. So you have to finish completely your attachment to bodies and everything else as though you have no connection with any of them. Simply, I am now going to Baba. You have prepared your bags and baggage in advance to send them. They cannot go with you because souls have to return home and the bodies have to be shed here. Baba has already given you visions of your new bodies. You will receive palaces studded with diamonds and jewels. You should make so much effort to go to such a land of happiness. You must never become tired. Day and night, you have to earn a lot of income. This is why Baba says, children who are conquerors of sleep constantly remember me alone and churn the ocean of this knowledge. By keeping the secrets of the drama in your intellects become completely cool and serene because now I understand the drama. So there's nothing to be stressed about. Drama is accurate, drama is beneficial. Maharathi children would never fluctuate. If you remember Shiv Baba, he will look after you. If you have faith in Baba, Baba will fulfill that faith. The Father liberates you children from sorrow and gives you the donation of peace. You too have to give the donation of peace. This unlimited peace of yours, that is the power of yoga, will completely silence others. You will instantly know whether someone belongs to your home or not. That soul would quickly be pulled. This is our Baba. You also have to feel the pulse of others before sharing a lot of knowledge. We have to understand the pulse. Are they interested? Do they want to study? Do they want to understand? Do they want to learn? So Baba says, stay in remembrance of the Father and then see whether that soul belongs to your clan or not. If he does, the soul will become completely quiet. That experience will move the soul. Only those who belong to this clan will experience the sweetness of these things. When you children remember the Father, he loves you. It is souls who are loved. You also know that only those who have done a lot of devotion will study the most. You will continue to see from their faces how much love they have for the Father. You souls see the Father, and the Father is teaching us souls. The Father too understands I am teaching such tiny souls, that is, points. As you progress further, your stage will become like that. You will understand that you are teaching your brothers. Even though the face may be that of a sister, your vision would go to the soul. Even though the body is the female body, but Baba says the vision will go to the soul. I'm teaching my brother's soul, another of Baba's child. For your vision not to go to the body at all requires a lot of effort. These are very refined things, and this study is very elevated. If you weigh it, the side of the study would be very heavy. It's very refined study, but also a lot of weightage. Acha, to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual
The
children.
spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father.
Essence for Dharna. Fill your aprons with the jewels of this knowledge. Fill your aprons with the jewels of this knowledge and then donate them. Those who donate these are loved by everyone and they experience limitless happiness. Those who donate these jewels to everyone experience limitless happiness. Remember with a lot of love the Father who gives you donation of life and donation of peace to everyone. Spin the discus of self-realization and become an ocean of this knowledge. Spin the discus of self-realization and become an ocean of this knowledge. Today's blessing. May you remain free. May you remain free from karmic bondage and become double light while doing service with the vehicle of your subtle body. May you remain free from karmic bondage and become double light while doing service with the vehicle of your subtle body. So we all have this subtle body, which is the body of light, which we call the angelic body. There's this physical body, and then there's the angelic body. We all have that. So Baba says that break free from this karmic bondages. The first bondage that Baba spoke about today is the bondage with this body. So break this bondage first, then the bondage with other relationships. We also have bondage with our own sanskars. So Baba says, break free from all of these bondages and become double light. And then do service using the subtle body. Just as you remain busy in doing physical godly service with your physical body, in the same way, you also have to do subtle service with your subtle body simultaneously. That means at the same time. Just as the establishment grew through Brahma, in the same way, with this use of your subtle body and the sight of your combined Shiv Shakti form, the task of giving visions and the message will take place. However, in order to do this service, you have to remain constantly free from karmic bondage and be double light even while you work. Otherwise, the bondage will pull. I will not be able to do the service. So I have to be free from the bondage, karmic bondage. So we have karmic bondages with the body, with money, with people, and with the mind. So these are the ways that our karmic accounts get settled, and these are the things that will keep pulling the soul. The body will pull, money will pull, relationships or mind, and old sanskars will pull. So Baba says we have to be free from all of these karmic bondages. How will I become free? I will keep reminding myself that I am a soul. I'm a liberated soul. I'm a double light angel. I'm not physical. Everything I see with these eyes is temporary. I am not this body. I am a soul. I am a soul. This relationship is not permanent. So I keep reminding myself these thoughts so that the karmic bondages, the pull of these karmic bondages decreases slowly. Slogan: the butter of happiness that is extracted by your churning makes your life strong. Butter is considered to be healthy, not not the butter we get, but real butter. That they churn yogurt, no? They churn curd, and then they extract butter, and that butter is so healthy. So Baba says the butter of happiness that is extracted from churning this knowledge, churning who I am, churning these points of knowledge, spinning this discus of self-realization is very healthy, makes your life very strong. Okay, so keep churning, and butter, that is the butter of happiness, will automatically start to show. Sure. Today's point of service of giving Sakash. No one can say that they do not get a chance to do service. If someone is unable to speak, he can serve with his mind and create an attitude of happiness in the atmosphere and a stage that gives happiness. If your health is not good, then cooperate while sitting at home. Simply accumulate a stock of pure thoughts in your mind and become full of good wishes. Simply accumulate the stock of pure thoughts in your mind and become full of good wishes. So if you remember Sunday's Avyak Murli, Baba spoke about how can the mind be transformed? How can I make my mind powerful and concentrated? And the method Baba gave is by creating pure elevated thoughts, paying attention to what the mind is thinking. So in the same way, if I'm not able to do any physical service, I can serve through my mind. So Baba says, use the mind to create pure thoughts, and every thought has a feeling. So if I have pure thoughts, I will automatically generate good wishes, pure feelings. Pure thoughts will generate pure feelings. So now I'm not making effort that, oh, I have to have pure feeling for this one, pure feeling for this one. I have to have good wishes. No, just focus on creating thoughts that are pure and elevated, and everything else will just follow. Okay. Om Shanti. So today's Murli, Baba is emphasizing on remembrance. How much do we remember Baba? And Baba connected remembrance to love. If I have love for Baba, I will automatically have remembrance. Because when we remember Baba, it's out of love. It's it's the love that I have experienced that will pull me more. It's out of love for myself also that I will want to remember Baba and become pure. It is love for my family, for my relationships also, that I want to make this effort so that they can also experience from me the fragrance of these virtues, the fragrance of this life. It is love for humanity, the world, that will make me spread this fragrance to everyone, or serve through my mind. So it's all about love, actually. It's all about love. Do I have love for myself, for my relationships, for humanity, for the world, and of course for the Father? And if I have love, I will be pulled to become pure. I will be pulled to make effort. Baba says remembrance begets remembrance. Once the connection is formed, there is flow automatically. So today Baba said, remember Baba as someone we are engaged to. So we are engaged to Baba, Shiv Baba, not Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba was the agent in the middle who got us connected. But now my relationship is with Shiv Baba. So remember Shiv Baba. So Baba is drawing our attention to this remembrance. All right. So should we remember Baba now? Let's take a moment to detach myself from this body. I, the soul, am God's child. I, the soul, carry the sanskars of my supreme parent, the sanskars of the virtues. I master ocean of knowledge. I master ocean of love. When I remember my supreme parent, I automatically start receiving my inheritance of the virtues. My life starts having a meaning. My happiness increases. All day today, I will remind myself of who I am and connect to God with love. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So anybody wants to share their points quickly? Yes, Shem.
Shanti. My points that I got for today is if you donate jewels, you will have unlimited happiness. Meaning, like, if you like give other people knowledge about Baba, then you'll have unlimited happiness. Um, remember Baba, we are becoming masters of the world, and I am a living lighthouse.
Very good.
Shanti.
Arya, you want to go next? Yeah.
Santi, my practice points are remembering Baba, filling my apron with everything I learned from Baba, jewels of knowledge, and then donating what I learned to other people and receiving happiness in the end. Like, if I learn from Baba that remembering Baba just brings me happiness, then I can share that happiness with others and get happiness back, or give like a spiritual thirsty to others. Just look at them and even for 3 seconds, just give them thirsty and get happiness back in return. And just remembering that I'm a master ocean of knowledge.
Very
Om
good. Very
Shanti.
good. Yes, Mihir?
Om Shanti. My points are for today are that like according like not according but like don't need a phone charger, right? So like you have it's like you example you want to charge your you to the charger. So the charger has like the good vibes and stuff. Then it's like basically the battery. So the phone is basically like it's not like not like a living soul. So if the soul it goes in the charger port, it just like tuck, um it it's activated basically.
Right.
And and then like the mind doesn't like the engaging thing for the like doesn't like a relationship, right? So like you also have to get engaged with Baba.
Yeah.
It's like that. And relationships are not uh permanent. They're
Yeah.
just
These physical relationships are not permanent. Yep.
yes.
Well,
And
go ahead. Sorry.
and while I was remembering Baba, I was like engaging Baba in my test. So like I had on Saturday.
Mhm.
So while I was engaging Baba, because I didn't know what to write. So while I was like scrolling back in my Murli stuff, I found like, oh, mind versus intellect. I know that intellect is good, and mind is like the child version of it,
Mhm.
and the intellect is supposed to like explain to the mind. So I said, oh, my Murli. Thank you, Murli. So like I was like hugging Baba while writing the my question paper.
Okay, very nice. You were able to see the mind and intellect. Very nice.
Yeah,
Good.
and that was even actually a topic. That was the topic actually. I thought I was gonna get like really like I was getting about to like I was I was feeling it should have skipped if I should skip that or no.
Mm. Good. Good. Kal?
Om Shanti, we have to spend the discuss of self-realization, and we have to be a double like angel. And Baba, like after some time, he finally said, "Uh, we are like a light in my house."
Yes. Living
And
lives.
we have to be engaged with Baba,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to stay in that remembrance. And the thing that I'm practicing is to keep my chart. I usually like do it, but sometimes like if I'm into something, I forget it. So I'm trying to like remember. So like now I started like remembering that I have to do my start
Oh,
chart.
okay. Good.
Yeah.
Keep your chart. It's good. All right, everyone. So have a great day with Baba, and I will see you tomorrow. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.